Do, 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 do. Okay. There we go. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's get rockin'. Excuse me. Always got that early morning cough. Okay. Boom. Told my Discord. All right. Hey, Twinkie, what's up? Okay, good. Everything's looking fine. I welcome you all in. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Sound on. Let's go kick some ass. Now, I'm at that mid-game stage where I need to start farming aspects. I've been thinking for a long time about how best to do it, assuming that, because this is all based on the assumption that on season 1, you know, we're going to be doing exactly this. So we're not going to have like a lot of stuff going for us, but that's okay. I am thinking of how best to farm properly. And that's why I have a plan. I have a deep, dark plan. Plan of the man. There's an interactive map, if you guys don't know this, in Diablo, which is very, very useful. So I plan on using it to not only discover the world map, but also to allow me to do all the shenanigans that I can do. And also educate you guys. Hello, Kevin Pika.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
Indeed. Good afternoon. I hope you are well. Junk all these rares. It's not like I care about the extra gold anyway.
Proper tools of vengeance. Have a look.
Yeah. Let's ride out on my deadly steed. Why, hello there, event. Yes, Mind Freak. What's up, man? Good to see you. Always appreciate more of the family stopping in, eh? Oops, I accidentally killed the cow. I thought that was an enemy. My bad. Did not mean to do that. Sorry, poor random wildlife. I hardly knew ye. There we go. Now, based on all my testing, right? Bone minions genuinely work the best. Bone minions work the best so that you can run all the kind of good stuff. For only 8 DPS, not worth it yet. I got my testing done on that, but that's okay. Next one is up and above, so somewhere. No problem, no problem. I'm gonna be a bit slower in updating it because that's the character that I normally play with my girl, but yeah. I've thoroughly enjoyed the werebear. It's super tanky. It just has a bit of killing power issue later into the game, around World Tier 4. But so far, it's been alright. Go, defiled altar solved. Now, although the golem is the only real sacrifice, let's try sacrificing the iron one. Let's see the difference now. Thank you for the obols. Go with that. Slow and steady. Again there. Thank you, Taylor. I will continue to try and be the best that I can be, so I appreciate your kind support. Thank you very much. Just doing what I can. Learning alongside people. Now, let's see how long before it takes me to actually get to the next event. It's somewhere around here. Hey, hey, River. What is RAS? Infinite possibilities. I'm not familiar with the acronym. How you doing, River? Yeah, no problem at all. The rogue build is very fun. You just have to be careful of some nightmare dungeon affixes, because once you get to World Tier 4, right, some of the affixes are so painful that I legitimately had a problem. So I had to avoid those affixes, especially once you hit World Tier 4, but before that, it's usually okay. Who the frick dared to send me a message? About to report them to Blizzard. For necromancers, early and mid game you have to think about so many different things. Gets easier afterward though. Well, hello legendary. Hello Mary Raymond. It's going okay, honestly. Nothing I can say that is bad or, you know, terrible. So I'm doing alright. For once. I do need to re-roll this to critical strike chance though. So that's gonna happen. Right, back to town. It is showing infinite possibilities. I just take my time to read chat. Obviously when I'm in combat I don't, right? I'm doing good, River. Kaz is sick too, unfortunately, so I understand that. Please do take care of yourself, my friend. It wouldn't do to have one of my closest supporters sick. I do like this Necro as well, so leveling it up in Season 1 is going to be great. Like, what I'm doing right now, in all fairness, is actually just trying to ensure that, you know, when it actually comes to Season 1, I can... It does, but it just showed right there, so you're probably watching on a delay, mate. Because your message just showed right there, so I don't know what you're seeing. Critical strike chance, that's what I need, eh? Perfection. Good. Now we're going to upgrade this ring.
Akarat's blessing on that one.
And I'll wait till I drop a skull and then chuck it in. Just because I'm... Right now what I'm pretending is that... I'm pretending what will happen if I start a character with completely zero.
Well, let's have a look.
Rather have the strength. Give me movement speed. Nope, failure. We'll have to wait for the next one.
They're all genuine. I don't trifle with fakes.
Trickster demon from the rock? Hell yes. Tell you, man. I tell you. People don't believe it, but I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Okay?
Fair play.
Demons in those rocks. Not crazy. Wow. Can I report this account? Hang on. Hold on. This is the most sus shit I've ever seen. Good. Gold trade, send me a friend request. Fuck off. That's disgusting. Anyone who buys power, alright? It's disgusting. How you doing, Boog? I am doing very fine. Just enjoying my bone necro. Also learning what to do, because I think that obviously the first time I played this in pre-season, you know, I wasn't really concerned about legendary aspects, but I was getting stuff along the way, materials. Now I'm decked out in materials, but what I want to do is I want to really ensure that when we get into Season 1, you start with zero. You start with no materials, nothing. So you can't obviously have the best possible... you're not going to have the best possible gear, affixes, all that. So I'm thinking how best to get the legendaries that I need for this kind of shenanigans. And so far, farming in the open world to get obols will probably be the best way. So while unlocking the map, which I won't have to do in Season 1, thank God, but while unlocking the map, I am just testing things out, making sure that I can really do this when the season actually starts as well. No problem, Gavin. It's good up to World Tier 4, but after that you may need to switch to Ice Shards. I myself lost a bit of interest in it, but Season 1 I'm going to redo it, and I'm probably going to try and redo it better. I might go Ice Shards in Season 1, assuming no nerf, because it depends on whether or not there are buffs or nerfs for Season 1. The dev stream is probably today, so do keep an eye out for it. I won't be able to watch it myself, but if you guys have the time, please do check out the dev stream. Let me know. Of course, if nobody checks it out either, that's totally okay, because what will probably happen is that they'll let us know via one of their news posts anyway. If not from Blizzard itself, one of those gaming news websites will always come up with something. So don't worry if you don't attend the dev stream on Twitch, but if you do and you have news and information for me, let me know. I will be appreciative. But of course, I prefer if you attend my stream. Or if you want to do both, I'll also be grateful. As long as you keep my sound on low. Mysterious Wanderer, can you stop dying for a second? Thank you.
We should get moving.
Bone minions are truly the best. And these events only take a moment. Legit just a moment. So that's very good. Reduction, total armor. If only. I can't give up the critical strike chance though. Not yet. Okay, so there are 5 events around this area, which is really good. I can literally just go in a counterclockwise circle. Or you can go clockwise as well if you want. But even in just a simple counterclockwise circle, I'm able to efficiently conquer events. And get gear as well, look. Mini Pelka, I hope you understand this, but we do not allow mention of Dauntless on this channel. This channel no longer deals with Dauntless because the game is racist towards Asians. So you might want to be very careful if you're going to play that game. Okay? The devs have shown support for racism towards Asians, and therefore we don't allow mention of that game on this channel anymore. If you choose to play it, that's up to you, but yeah, please do not mention it on my streams or in this place at all. Thank you. No worries. Like I said, enjoy the game if you want. But just remember that if you're supporting it, you're supporting, you know, racial hate. Not a good idea. And of course I can show evidence easily. In fact, Boog, could you type... I don't know if Boog's still here, but could you help me type the !proof command? You should be able to do it as a moderator, since I'm busy killing the spiders. Yeah, there you go. There's the proof. See ya. Legendaries. Truly in the early game, this is the best way. Hello, Badir. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, indeed. It is as my moderator says. If only this came with cooldown reduction and maximum essence, I would enjoy this helm. But it doesn't, so forget that. This one. Also doesn't come with that, so forget that. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah, this one will go into the sad spot. This one will stay in my maybe pile. Till I find something better. But man, obel farming is great. If you ever need aspects, right, you should do obel farming. It's so easy and it makes general sense. I'm heading to the next zone. So I'm literally just doing this area around Zabenzat. It's fairly fast to do. Oh no, did somebody clear the event here? What a shame. Unfortunately, open world event if somebody else clears it. Hey newbie. Doing good today. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm just trying out obel farming. Because I'm treating this character as if I'm playing in season 1, so with no materials, nothing, other than a few minor tweaks for the sake of time. I'm trying to see, you know, how things will go. So I'm trying out an obel farming methodology. See if that'll work well. Because some of these events literally are shorter than others, so you can actually get them done quicker than you might think, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, basically, you know, if you checked it out, Maori, I can tell you straight up that that particular partner, they never, you know, punished him or anything. In fact, they tried to they tried to protect him in every way possible. It was the sickest thing. So, I was done with that game. Oh, enjoy, newbie. I hope you do well. I hope you do well on that. And yeah, statistics. I mean, I always was a Necro main. It's just that I screwed up my first Necro because I think everybody's first character is a bit of a screw up. Oh god, there's some other human here. Stole my event. Oof. How could he steal my event while I'm obel farming? How rude of that guy. I'll have to find him and eat him. But yeah, I'm trying to get as many legendaries as I can on this character. Well, trying to get them early anyway. Not the easiest thing, but I'm attempting. Unholy altar hasn't spawned yet. Okay, then if this location isn't working out, that's fine. I need a different location. Virez. That's where we need to go now. Yep, I am indeed. Hey, 7 Slap. Yes, I mean, T4 obviously is the best for farming, so that is the place you should be if you do want to farm it up. I'm also learning about all this obol farming because in case I want to change builds, obol farming is probably the best way to do it, but I'm hoping in season 1 they bring back the armory or something because I don't mind paying the gold cost to respec. But bloody hell, if they let me save loadouts at least, I can have multiple gear sets ready to go. You know, I can change builds at the drop of a hat. I don't need to wait 10,000 freaking years. You know, that would be helpful because if it takes me 30 minutes every time to respec, it's not exactly conducive. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, my friend. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. Hello, Hankit. Okay. Let's clear the stronghold. Then I'll start event farming around there.
Something rocks this place.
Thank you everybody for keeping the sound on. Those of you doing so, it is tremendously good of you. Find and destroy the serpent's eyes. Well, we know where all of that is. Oh no, the eyes judge me as unworthy. However will I cope.
That must be here for a reason. I should see if there are more like it.
Okay, that's one down. Yep, you should rock what you feel like rocking. Ultimately, I think that there are going to be many viable builds. And that's what's fun about Diablo. Because there's always a way. But 9.2k strength. Why do you have strength? I mean, if you're talking about attack power, I can understand. But you don't need strength, and actually attack power is not very useful. Attack power is just a dummy stat. What really matters are the affixes. So as long as you're able to fight above your level, then I'm happy. Then, you know, by all means. But you don't need to focus on these actual stats because they are not very helpful. Just so you know. It's more helpful to have affixes, which I mentioned in the video. So just be careful. Yep. Like I said, as long as you're fighting above your level and you're happy, that's all good. Okay. Time to open the serpent's door. Okay, that's good. Right. Taste the bone. Look at all these poor fellas. Simple and easy. With no upgraded gear and legendaries, this is probably the ideal. Yes, indeed. Did I max that? Did. All of that is maxed. Don't have a wasted point there, so I'm fine. I don't need more on the fortifications. So this, and then perhaps the rest. Okay, there's room for more. Oops. Should not have used that early without healing. That's okay. Let's re-summon. I'm probably gonna have to sacrifice them all soon. I just don't want to do so without legendaries, because they're more of a pain. Yes, come on, snake boys. CC, while I still don't have like the ability to completely shut out my opponents, is probably a bad idea. Let me go hook the thing. This is 460, which is fine. Don't mind that. I'm just gonna wait for a slightly better sword. You just need the Mad Glee chestplate. Nice, nice. Yeah, having your true form be like whatever for whichever thing you're doing is usually the most crucial. At least that's what I've found myself, so I agree. I agree thoroughly.
I can...
I'm currently still searching for gear. Alright, what do I have here? All useless. Okay, good. Yep. Because if you don't have that, you are dead. Okay, around Virez there are 3 down there, so first one's there. Let's try and gather more obols. Cooldown reduction is very important, especially for necros where you only have one freaking skill. Ugh. There's some human around here interrupting my farming. Well, it's okay, I'm just here for the obols anyway. Okay, this is clear. The next one is this way. Around there. The Necro's damage is decent, but also like Twisting Blade's Rogue does better. If we're talking early and mid game, Twisting Blade's Rogue is far superior than this. I mean, yes, my gear is unupgraded, but still, you know, ultimately, the Twisting Blades Rogue does more. Rogues do far more, but they do require certain aspects. Thing is, like, even this requires, to an extent, some aspects. So that's why, like, if I were to do this, like I mentioned, completely without any materials, whatever, right? I'd have to find legendaries, at least enough to get the baleful fragments, because it's so crucial to have this aspect, the bone spear aspect. If you don't have this, you have a big problem, or so I found, compared to other classes. So much like the blade dancers, the bone spear necro, at the very least, once you get to about level 40, is going to require this thing. So literally your level 40 to 50 is just, in season 1 at least, you are just literally doing nothing but aspect farming. Of course, I have no doubt that if you had all the right aspects and stuff like that, you could easily clear Capstone Dungeon well before that. But the point is, you probably won't. So for me right now, I must test this in a way that would allow, in season 1, for people to just plug, play, and go. That's my biggest goal. I'm getting all these legendaries, but they're all practically useless. Because I'm also searching for whatever has the I'm searching for whatever has perfect come on. Why can't the horse jump that gap? It's jumped similar gaps in Kyobershard. Hey, B7. Yeah, the rogue is insane.
Is someone there?
110%.
Do you require aid?
So dark and cold. Please stay.
My Necro build is Blood Minion. It's not good for endgame, dude. That's why I stopped playing that Necro. It was just my first character, so I didn't really understand a lot about the game. Most likely, he's gonna have to wait till Season 1. I don't know if I'll release this build early. I'm just testing it now. Maybe, if necessary, I will release it. But even then, it's only in early and mid-game right now. It's definitely not anywhere near endgame. I'm currently doing this as an experiment for what I will be doing in Season 1. Because Season 1 is near, and I want to try and avoid wasting time in Season 1. I want to be able to provide results for people as soon as possible. And that's the only reason I'm playing this right now. Bone Spear is doing okay. There's a lot that I need to take into account and learn. But it's not horrifying. And it's certainly not doing badly. What I am trying to achieve right now is that with the Bone Spear build, my goal is mainly to just say, okay, given how the Bone Spear is intended to work, can I make this work with the minimum possible aspects, is what I'm doing right now. And so far it's proving to work. The only thing you would really need is the is one aspect that you can get out of a dungeon, which is not too hard to obtain. You just have to do the Gul'ran slums once, and once that's cleared, you're okay. No, I'm looking to start running Bone Spear like literally right from the get-go. Meaning that I won't be having to change builds. I'm literally trying to create something so that as soon as you start the game with totally zero, well, as soon as you start Season 1, now I'm assuming the skill points for the Renown is going to carry over, because if it's not, it's going to be a big deal. But if it is, then assuming you start at 0, right? Can I run Bone Spear right off the bat? The answer is actually yes. You can, with some modifications, because like I said, a lot of this stuff is going to be sacrificed straight away for the minions at the end, because you get 18% damage reduction from standalone. Don't be stupid and miss this out. That's 18% global damage reduction. You add to that the fact that you have 9% baseline close damage reduction here, and you have a lot of close damage reduction. Now, distant is a different story, but you want to be at a distance anyway, because you are literally walking freaking artillery. See? Your job as a Necro is to be walking artillery, but because you are so squishy, until you reach that late game stage where you can just transfer points, which is at level 50, you don't have a lot of choices early game. So I'm basically running a modified build which uses the minions to like just semi stay alive. You know, it just helps you stay loosely alive and prevents you from suffering too much in the early stages of the game. At least that's what I'm thinking of running, and so far it has been okay. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it has been okay. Let's do this again. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to find some good obol farming spots. And basically that's what I'm doing. I'm finding obol farming spots so I can gamble for aspects that I need. Either that or just to get legendaries, because what's going to happen, in case any of you don't know, is that in the early stages, like when you start season 1, you're going to start over with 0 materials. Yeah, so you see that, I think, now the developer stream is tonight, River, so if you do tune into that, let me know the final result, because there's also other people here. Look at these folks. They're literally trying to farm renown. Sorry, they're trying to farm obols as well, which is stupidly annoying, but it is what it is. Like, this is generally a good farming zone because there's 3 events close by. There's several farming zones that are exactly like this, but I'm guesstimating that between level 40 to 50, this is going to be your life. It's just going to be trying to get the legendary aspects you need to make full build. Because you don't get any materials, you don't get any of that. Nope. It's just you gotta refarm a lot. So to be fair, season 1 will require, like, it's not just here's your end game build, plug and play. Not gonna happen. It's gonna although you don't have to do the campaign, it's gonna be roughly like you're starting your first character again. So in order to make the transition and journey easy, I'm doing this test as if I don't have anything. But if I have to refarm the renown in each region, then absolutely I'm gonna get right on that. Because the early stages are where none of that will matter, so up until level 40, you won't be doing aspect farming, so you may as well do your renowns by hitting dungeons, side quests, all that kind of shenanigans. Which I say again, very easy to do. So if the map carries over, good! Because that way at least I know where everything is, and I don't have to panic. I hate rediscovering regions, but there's an interactive map that makes that easy, so if I ever needed to, I can run that. Yeah, I mean, if there's enough demand, then I suppose I can always put out this build for people who really want it. Even in the pre-season, fine, I can do that. Obols won't be carrying. Nothing carries over other than the map and the altars. Or at least that's what they've said thus far. But I'm going to wait until the devs stream tonight, and then probably Blizzard will release some kind of news update that'll tell you what, you know, the actual result will be. That's usually how Blizz does it. And like I always say, even if they personally don't tell you, those IGN or whatever other game journalist websites will usually have a news article immediately after the dev stream explaining everything for you. Yeah, I know. We know. But I want to confirm what will exactly be in there, because I was still holding out hope that they will carry over the what you call it? I'm still holding on to hope, I guess, that they're going to carry over the renown. The account-based renown. The reason I want them to carry over account-based renown is because it would be kind of silly if they don't, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. That's why there's on-season and off-season statistics. Season 1 is a bit different, because in Season 1, you know, we're like sort of playing two... Like, Season 1 and pre-season usually, like, sort of folds together. But in actuality, each season is 3 months. There's on-season, off-season. As soon as the season starts, that's on-season. You will usually spend about 1 month and a half playing the game hardcore. And then after that, you play other games and relax. Then you come back again next season. That's usually the formula.
I can fix it.
Diablo 4 might change that a bit. The reason is because Diablo 4 is so damn good. So I have a genuine feeling Diablo 4 might flip that formula a little bit. Season 1 lasts for 3 months, so you have an off season. Meaning that basically once you are finished with whatever you have to do in Diablo during the season, you play other games. That is how it always works. Then after that, you come back next season. So even for my content, it's quite simple. I'll be doing on season, which will be, you know, 1 month and a half, then I'll do the off season. Then in the off season, I'll play other games. I'll always clear this stupid event, and I don't know why. Just trying to over farm these nerds. I hate them so much. I'll go like clockwise. If counterclockwise is not working out for me, as somebody else is stealing my oboe route, I will go counterclockwise. I saw a treasure gremlin. There you are. And thank you everybody for enjoying my content, by the way. It means a lot. What's this? Oh my god. I hate it when there's people farming obols as well. Little bastards. They're really making me miserable here. Okay. I have to choose a different location. Here. I need to go to backwater. Fine. If they're going to be dillweeds about it. I know where to go. Tree of Whispers. I think a lot of people came from other games, just to add context to the conversation. A lot of people came from other games where there's no such thing as a seasonal reset. So for them, I guess they're feeling like this is a bit of a culture shock. Like, what? You know, I thought if I progress in the game, like, especially people from Destiny 2, there's a lot of, you know, like, there's a lot of power creep in that game, which unfortunately results in a very different means of how a season progresses and things like that. So, although there is resets of light levels and things like that, or, you know, there's a catch-up mechanic, it feels weird, because you still keep your character from previous seasons left over, you know? But that's how it is. DK bans, in case you did not know, the reason why there's no more Dauntless streams and videos is because Dauntless supports racism against Asians, alright? And that's why we no longer allow mention of that game on this channel, because this channel is associated with many Asian brands as well. Here's the proof if you are interested in seeing for yourself, but you want my advice, do not touch Dauntless with a 10-foot pole unless you want to be branded somebody who hates Asians. Just my thoughts. You know? But you can see the proof for yourself. No apology given. They tried their best to protect their partner instead of, you know, actually apologizing or trying to resolve the situation. So yeah, the devs are disgusting. The game is disgusting, and that's why there's no more videos on it. See for yourself. There's the proof right there. A partner made a racist statement and no punishment was handed out, plain and simple. No response was given by Dauntless. They allowed the players in that partner's Discord to attack my channel, make even more racial statements. Why do you think there's no more Dauntless content? And why do you think everybody stopped playing it and quit? Like I said, if you enjoy it and you want to enjoy that kind of thing, you know, that's up to you. I wish you well. But just know what you are supporting. Because if those are the kind of partners they keep around, then good luck to them, man. Like, literally one of my partnerships is Nexon Korea. Far bigger company than shitty Phoenix Labs. And I would not like them tarred with the same brush. Okay, I'm almost there. It should be around this central area. Also, Hankit, try not to make a statement like Chinese farmers. I know what you mean, but it can be seen as racial, dude. So, can you please not say that again? Thank you. Because it is very much better if we, since this is an international channel, let's keep it that way. I mean, we're Asian ourselves, so sometimes we don't think about it, but don't forget, our viewers may be American, European, and to them, it can sound like we're being pretty damn weird. Especially if we dislike Dauntless for doing so. We shouldn't do so. For context, Hankit and I are traditional Asian, so those kinds of statements are normal in our country, but of course this is my YouTube channel and we follow international regulations here. Yes, you do. I mean, if we're gonna judge, you know, freaking Dauntless for it, then we gotta hold to the better statement, you know? Look, that's up to you, man. But I'm just gonna tell you that when the devs took no action, when the devs did not even reach out to help, my people, my fans emailed them. There was no response. They did not care. So if you wanna support that, you know, I wish you well, DK Bands. I wish you well. Especially if your mom is Chinese and you still want to support them, I wish you well. But I'm gonna tell you straight up that if you want to support a company, or you're so desperate to support a company that's like that, please leave my stream and do not come here. We do not want anybody who supports Dauntless here, because we think it's disgusting. Yeah, listen, if you stay silent in the face of something terrible, you are supporting it. That's how it is. If you saw somebody getting bullied in front of you, okay, that is to me, you are just as bad because you did not stand up for the situation. You did not say, hey, this is wrong. You know, you stood by silently and said, oh, you know, whatever. So them not taking action, I'm sorry. But in 2023, we live in a globalized society, all right? Nobody has the right to get away with that kind of thing. So again, DK Bands, you know, I respect your opinion, but please leave my stream and do not come here. If you want to show support for Dauntless devs, then you are just as bad as them. So please leave. We do not welcome Dauntless supporters here. And one day, if you experience the same thing, I hope you remember this conversation. Because you will eventually experience something like that in your life. And at that time, just remember this conversation. Just remember that you stood by. And that goes for anyone, you know? Never stand by in the face of something wrong. If you have the power, stand up. Never be silent. This is one here. The next one is there. If you have to choose, you know, Hankit, I say, yeah, fair enough, but at the same time, they're developers. You know, I know, but they're developers. They have no right to stand on the sidelines. Oh yes, indeed, River. I will happily perform. Let me finish this oboe farm. I'll deliver, no problem. Yeah, if you own a global game, especially one that, you know, supports, you know. Okay, thank you, DK Bands. I wish you well, dude. I wish you well. If you got bullied all your middle school life, even more, you should stand up. But you know what? Just goes to show, dudes. Ladies and gents, this is what it is, you know? Exactly. This is what it is. Don't choose to stand up for the wrong things. No, they didn't. They didn't take any action. Come home. That's the problem. They chose not to take action. They chose to support him. So to me, I'm like, whatever. You know? If people like to support that, I wish them well. Like I said, I wish them well. I don't care. At the end of the day, you know, they're the ones who lose out, not me. I'm chill. Okay. Duh. I mean, most games would. Like I said, I've literally partnered with a lot of games, and I know that they take action straight away. So for those that don't, you know, okay. Thumbs up. Alright. Now, first back to town. Let me see. None of these have good stats, so it doesn't matter. We will sell them. Obols are okay. Hopefully, after this, I can farm outside of town because it's much faster.
I'll shake on that.
Sell.
Don't hurt yourself.
Let me see. Which shanty tune is best? You know what? I think I'll go with Randy Dandio today. So. There's my pirate ship ambiance. This one is for my main man, River Archer. And thank you to all of the good people who watch my stream and truly, you know, support this channel. So, you ready? DK bans, you said you would leave, so I'm just going to ban you. Goodbye. Get out of here. Don't ruin my performance. Y'all ready? Now we are ready to sail for the Horn. Way, hey, roll and go. Our boots and our clothes, boys, are all in the pond to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave Apollo, heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Soon we'll be warping her out through the locks. Way, hey, roll and go, where the pretty young girls all come down in their frocks to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave Apollo, heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Come, best of bars, bullies, heave her away. Way, hey, roll and go. Soon we'll be rolling her down through the bay to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Heave Apollo, heave away. Way, hey, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored to be rollicking randy dandy, oh. Alright, thank you all for enjoying that, and thank you, River Archer. Alright. Okay, now let's first check if we want to do obol farming outside of town. So we're here in Zab and Zet. We know that the one here gets eaten up quite often. So why don't we go the other side? So this one is around here. Ah, right there. Now let's go see if we can gather obols the opposite way around. Because if I can hit 4 or 5 events at once and just keep going, should be a lot faster. So let's try it out. You want rap aside? Hey, listen. If anyone requests a rap, I can always do it. You know, I'll wait for the next super chatter. A donor, but I can always rap anytime. I'm always prepared. I'd say that back when I did play it, it was fun in terms of the action, but it was very boring because there were no updates, and also the people that they supported were, you know, not very good. So I actually started creating content on it, and in fact that's how I met some of my most ardent supporters. I started creating content on it and was doing really well, but then I realized how toxic the environment is when several of them started to harass me. Then at first it wasn't bad because the harassment was just normal, like, so I just took it as them trying to cut down the competition until the incident. Then I realized, okay, something went really wrong here, and that's when I stopped. But I guess this is where, you know, when one door in life closes, another door opens up, you know, and that is where I think it's so awesome to see many people choosing to stand up and show love for me, and the fact that I've switched over to many other different games. People have met me through Darktide, people have met me through a lot of other things, and you know, for the first Descendant for Nexon career, I'll be creating content as well, so I've got many other partnerships and opportunities lined up, so it doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day I realize that when one door closes, another opens in life. And that's why, you know, sometimes when bad things happen, I don't let it get to me. I just move on to the next thing, because life is full of stuff like that, and you're going to go through a whole variety of things as you grow and as you evolve as a person. So yeah, the more that I look at it, the more I'm just like, you know what, I'm okay. I'm okay, and since I am okay, you know, I hope that others will be okay too, and we can all be okay together. At least that's what I hope for. Now this is a really good aspect I'm going to extract. Like that one. As for partnerships, the thing is, right, a lot of these partnerships are non-contractual. They just give us the right to make content, maybe a little bit of benefits like inside info, stuff like that. Rarely though. Even Darktide doesn't provide that for us. So when I think of it in that way, it's not like you can have as many partnerships as you want, so long as they are active partnerships. Like for me, I actually told this to Darktide themselves as well, because like right now the player base is so small that it's a bit difficult to actually make any content on it, you know, because there's just no viewership. Like if you were to compare to say Diablo 4, you know, there's just not that much viewership for Darktide stuff, and that's why I'm like, you know what, okay, I'll play Diablo for now, and if there's a major update, you know, I'll come and take a look at it, but for now it's clearly not the case. So in that case, I don't mind like gathering more partnerships, things like that, because ultimately, you know, you gotta feed your family, and there's no restrictions upon it. And if they want an exclusive restriction, they can get one, but yeah, they'd have to pay. It'd have to be a paid thing, you see. This guy is definitely oboe farming as well. But I don't mind. Other people oboe farming is okay with me. Okay. Yeah, their delays in that regard, my friend, have been less than stellar, so I can understand a lot of people's frustration as well with that. Oops, sorry. The ship's ambience was still going. So a lot of people have, unfortunately, like I guess you could say they've kind of lost interest because of that. And that is completely understandable. You know what? I might have to try Densha. Because Densha is, like, if these farming spots are all full up, I'm going to try Densha. Because as much as I want obols, you know, I don't want to waste time. So as I farm these areas, if I cannot effectively be around here because there's other people, I'm going to go to Densha. Yeah, I think the most recent update, they just added like crossplay for it. And there's a summer sale going on, so there's a little bit of new blood coming in. But still not enough, and the numbers are not encouraging because they're basically pulling numbers that are pretty much the same as Starship Troopers Starship Troopers Extermination. So due to that, right, it's not like as stellar as I want it to be. There's definitely someone else in this area doing the farming as well. You can tell the events are all literally wiped. There's one. This guy. Level 51 in World Tier 2. What? I think that Diablo 4 really set the bar for games this year. You can tell how immensely awesome it is and how seriously good it is as a game. And I think that this is why a lot of like Path of Exile people are angry. You know, a lot of people who like other games, they'll just come around to streams like this and say they're bored or they're not having fun because they really don't want this game to be good, and they know that every other game is gonna have to meet this standard, so they're trying to downplay its significance. But Diablo 4 is the only Diablo game that has actually reeled in people who are non-Diablo players, and I think that there's power in that. You know, I have never seen a Diablo game reel in people who are not previous Diablo fans. You know? Diablo 3 definitely wasn't like that either. And because of the way that Diablo 3 was, it was very much a play and forget kind of game. You know? This is the first game that has felt genuinely like an MMORPG, and for that reason, I am very interested to see how it goes. I think Blizzard is definitely trying to redeem himself, you know? Yep, Diablo has really done well because of the way it is structured. You know, I feel that genuinely. I feel that in my bones because I know for a fact that this is the way.
First Carlo, now Leah. There's something out there killing us and no one will do anything.
Yeah, a lot of games have just been, you know, absolute crap as well. And I think that because of all that, you're absolutely right. It has drawn people in. It has very much drawn people in, and I think that they're seeing the strength and awesomeness of Diablo, and they're like, hold the phone, you know, this seems pretty damn good. Maybe I should be playing.
You want work done? Let's get started.
I wouldn't be able to do this normally, but oh, I would be able to because it's the same rank. Ah, so it only costs veiled crystals and I'd be able to do it. Huh. So I might be able to start re-rolling stats early. Ooh. I'm learning. I think that if they do, that a lot of people will be pretty happy about that, and I'm very happy to see it. You know, I would love to see all of the good stuff going on for Diablo 4. But you know, at the end of the day, they're always going to be trying, and that's just the way it is. Now, I'm going to try and find Bensha. Okay, I know where to go. Now this map, like, not having Fog of War is going to be a major thing. Like, I'm really looking forward to that because this is a painfully annoying mess. Oops, sorry, forgot to upgrade the Ami. Hello, amulet. Upgrade. Good. At 9.79, I'll take a point. I just want to drop it below 9 seconds if I can.
Thanks.
Poor upheaval barbarian. I mean, if you look in context, these this really does do a lot of damage in context, but not good enough. I mean, yes, you should be able to. I did it at 60, but again, as I've always said, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, my friends, there is no point in doing it at 60. I did it for a video. In actuality, you should do it when you're comfortable, but either way, don't bother entering World Tier 4 until you're about level 64/65, or your farming will be inefficient. This is just advice that I'm going to give straight up to everybody. You know, whether you follow it or not, I leave that to you. I leave that decision to you, but this is always what I tell everybody. But ultimate decision maker is you, so, you know, choose whatever you feel is right. But yeah, I always only enter around 64/65 because that is where my farming is the most efficient. Or so I feel. No. Thought there was supposed to be some event here, but that's okay if there isn't. Ah, that's where I need to go. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, now we are in the southern expanse, which should theoretically have multiple events. So let's spur the horse on and go. Time to discover the area. There's one. Oh, I love Spawn of Darkness. Oh, everything here is level 45. I see. So that's why. Ah, forget it. Let's just fight above my level. Yeah. I guess it's because it's supposed to be like the last region you do anyway. So you're not really supposed to, you know, be here until you finished up everything. Yeah, I mean, it's still doable without it. Oh, I didn't get a grater. Shit. Well, that's okay. No problem, Methistics. Thank you very much. Tell you what, let me at least rap for you. Just what I'm going back to Kedbadu anyway. Because I'm going to go find events around Kedbadu. There's not that many. There's very few areas that are good for event farming. I may have to go back to Kyovashad. But since he wanted to hear a rap, alright, I'll perform my most famous one for you. If you haven't heard this song, ladies and gents, it's literally called This Is 2023. Some of y'all would have heard this last night, but it is my most popular. Alright. So thank you to Athistix. This performance is for him. This is my story on the mic. Y'all ready? Done with all the systemic bullshit. All the places I encounter got me having fits like a seizure. Aneurysm straight to my brain. Trying to get out of the ghetto like these bricks of cocaine. Smuggling myself on a simple image. This righteous just like my grandfather. Crossing over oceans for a life for hard labor, hoping for a better generation. 80 years later in the poor population. This is the mystery of our whole generation. Say we globalized, but it's really occupation. Whole different state of mental colonialism mixed with a little bit of digital fascism. All the things I learned as a man who is Asian is that I better serve the bigger population. Gotta be a doctor, lawyer, a dog. Cause if I'm the boss, then I better fuck off. Cause nobody likes it when you tell them how it is. They just want you in your place cause ignorance is bliss. They never wanna see you in a height that's above them. Cause then there'll be nobody left to bow down and serve them. Hate crews running riot over social media, indoctrinating fools like I hack Wikipedia, and they don't even cop the subliminal virus. Hating Asian men while they're drooling over idols. This is the mystery of a whole generation. Say we globalized, but it's really occupation. Whole different style of mental colonialism mixed with a little bit of digital fascism. The harsh thing about the whole situation, people don't realize why they be hating. Groups in their circles on the anarchy boards, typing everything to isolate those that are bored. I seen the messages exchange with a whisper. Everything is set just so you could be a hater, thinking that you formed it from your own mindset, but really you a puppet inside your own head, bitch. You gotta learn that you're stuck inside the matrix. Computer program simply made like this. That's why you a NPC in the game. Another preset just to raise up my name. And that's all I'ma fucking say for the facts. If you don't respect me, then I'm down with that. Just stay in your pond playing games in your circle, thinking you a king, but to me you're an Urkel. This is the mystery of our whole generation. Say we globalized, but it's really occupation. Whole different style of mental colonialism mixed with a little bit of digital fascism. I'm done with all the systemic bullshit. All the places I encounter got me having fits like a seizure. Aneurysm straight to my brain, trying to get out of the ghetto like these bricks of cocaine. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, Athistics, and thank you everybody for enjoying my rap, yo. All right, now I need to find more events to do. There should be 2 around Kedbadu, so let's try. There might be at least 2 events. I don't know if it'll work. Let's try. If Kedbadu is less of a popular farming spot, then it might be good. Because that way, I can safely farm my obols without being interrupted. Yep. Come on. Of course I was a fool to trust you, but I'm here just for the loot. No problem, man. It's what I love. I love being able to, like, because, like, I mean, you guys already understand. I go through a lot. You know, it's just my story on the mic. You know, as a man who is Asian, this is what I go through. I mean, y'all saw it live today. There's people who even apologize, you know, for other people's literal sins. But I'm not like that because I'm very proud of who I am. You know, I'm very proud. That's why I put Asian in my name. I'm very proud of me and my culture. You know, but I also respect and love other cultures. Like, I love hip-hop and rap culture, the old school stuff that, you know, Tupac, Eminem used to do. Because hip-hop was always about talking about your life. Hip-hop was always like that for me, and it gave me an outlet that I didn't have. You know, because I was always under pressure to, you know, be nice. And, like, it was like, you know, what it really shows me is that there's a lot of people who have that almost inferiority complex because they basically feel like they shouldn't rock the boat. Like, oh, you know, they'll apologize for other people's wrongdoings just so to, like, they want to stay out of trouble for themselves. But it's so wrong because you should never do that. That is not something that we as people have to do. You know, it's not what we're about, and it's not something that we ever have to cop to. You know, so when I realized that, I'm just like, there's no way I need to do that. And more importantly, I do not and will not, you know, let myself be brought down by that mentality. So that's why that song is all about that. You know, it's 2023. We can do better. You know, this is what I've learned. This is my story. So that's why I do what I do, homies. And I love what I do. Because if I could share a bit of myself, it may not help the apologists. Okay, we have a derogatory word for them, but you know, we don't want to use it obviously on stream because stream is a very chill place. It's for good vibes and that kind of thing. But there is a word for them, you know, in Asian circles at least. And I just don't want to be involved with those kinds of people, you know, because it's not worth my time. It's much more worth it for me to have fun with you guys and just enjoy the time that I have, you know, because each and every day is precious. You don't get that back. So I hope that nobody will ever feel that, you know, if you're here watching my stream, that it's ever a waste of time. You know, I want it to be time that you guys get to spend enjoyably, fun. That's what it's about for me. So I'm really happy that many of you enjoy my content. You know, it warms the heart. So in Chinese, 谢谢. Thank you all for enjoying my content. Yep. I mean, every race, being born whatever race, you know, it's something that should be celebrated because that diversity is what makes us awesome as humans. It's what makes us strong as a society, you know? My poor minions need to stop killing these guys outside. I realized my minions kept killing them outside of the circle. LOL. Whoops. I usually love the Siphon event, but I don't know why. For this particular one, right? When you have skeleton minions, they keep killing them outside of it. So meh. My skelly mans. Oh, how could you do that to me? Very true. But you know what? That's why I say I don't worry about it, you know? People who do that, I shut them down and I block them out of my life because they're not worth it. You know, I'm very much here to just stick to my globalized truth. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm happy with all the people that I've met all around the world. And it's beautiful because, you know, I owe, like, some of my greatest supporters are people who are Caucasian from completely the other side of the world. They don't even know me personally, but they've been my biggest supporters because they understand, you know, like, they understand and value my content. And, you know, I value their friendship. You know, they've stuck with me. Like, I always tell the story about Death Dawning 982 and Bravo 7910. They were my first supporters way back when I was a newbie creator. And like back when I was a 4 or 5 viewer streamer, like they were always around. Sometimes their donations would help me through the really tough months. You know, River Archer was there as well. Like, he came in a bit later, but he was also there. He's been a major support. I always remember River Archer as one of my first Australian supporters. You know, the guy who was always sending stickers and super chats back in the day. And even now, he's still here supporting. He's a great dude. I've known him for a long time. There's a lot of OGs here whom I owe probably my entire career to, because I wouldn't be here if not for them, you know, constantly supporting, constantly showing love. And especially in the months and times, you know, when I wouldn't make it, you know, they were the ones that were like, you know, you can make it. You know, they covered that little bit extra that I needed, you know, to keep going, and it kept me going through many, many months. And this is now the reason why I'm here and able to do what I do. Yeah, so I always respect and appreciate that. Right, Hankit? See you later, Athistics. I hope you have a good day today. There are always people who look for something to blame. They will always try and seek a means of absolving themselves of responsibility, you know? Oh yeah, you just have to have faith. But, you know, I guess I also understand that humanity, unfortunately, is a little bit ugly sometimes. You know, I believe in the good in people, but I'm also not so stupid that I blindly believe everybody's good or everybody's great, stuff like that. No. No, 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 no. I've seen enough of the ugly to know very well and truly that there's good sides and bad sides to everything, you know? But there's always people who will choose to turn their eyes away from that and try to pretend that everything's good. And I wish them well, you know? Like I said, I wish them well. And you'll never hear me say anything different. I don't wish death upon them. I don't wish anything bad upon them. I wish them well. Because they're the ones who are going to need it. They're going to need all the help they can get. Because when shit hits the fan, unlike us, they ain't going to have nobody to turn to. That's why I wanted to build up a quality community. Because at the end of the day, I know no man is an island. No man can truly do everything by themselves. No man can be the greatest on their own, you know? But through the relations we have with others, to the people we meet, you know, we can grow stronger. And that has always happened for me, which is why I have so much faith. You know, it does come back to faith, but I have so much faith because of the wonderful people that I've constantly met on this journey, who have always shown me that, hey, you know, things ain't so bad. Things ain't too bad. There's always hope. There's always good vibes. Oh, crap. Got off my... Ah, no. I should not have gotten off my horse. I wasn't supposed to. Okay, yeah. Oh, absolutely. We should always attempt to safeguard against backsliding ourselves. But, you know, people are gonna make mistakes. Like, I mean, you and me both know, because we're older Asian men. We've grown up a certain way. We've grown up around, you know, certain things, certain conversations that normally wouldn't happen. So, like maybe in other nations or places. So, you know, at times we may let a slip of the tongue loose. I had to learn over these past 2 years to control a lot of the things that I say. A lot of things that I would just openly say in Asian society are not things that we would say here, or, you know, elsewhere. So you gotta be very careful sometimes, because that's how you learn to be a better person. You know, it took me a long time, but I'm happy now that, okay, fair enough, I've learned my lessons and I'm better.
Yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike, you know. And also, there are some people in life that you will just never get along with, and that's okay. If you dislike them for the person that they are or whatever, that's fine. There are people who will dislike me for the person that I am. Of course, you guys being my fans and supporters, and my friends, you know, you guys would feel very differently about that. But there are people who, to put it in very Asian terms, you know, this is an Asian saying, but I don't like this guy's face. I don't like that person's face. It's just basically, I hate this person for no reason, and that's okay. That's okay. There are gonna be tons of people out there who hate me for no reason, and that's okay. But when they choose to use, you know, background, race, sexuality, all that kind of stuff as a weapon, that's when you know you've got a problem. Because the biggest hate groups in society always try to demonize the other person. You can hate somebody for the person that they are, but you cannot demonize them because of a factor about them, you know, or a generalization or a stereotype. Now that's where you get into that gray area, you know. Well, I mean, yeah, but it's true. It's like unexplained and unconscious. Like, there are just some people that after, like, maybe I'm okay with them at first, but I don't like them later, and that's okay, you know. Like, we just, like, I want to openly say I don't get along with you, and it might just be feelings on my end. You know, you might get along with me, but I don't get along with you. That's normal, you know. I understand, and you know, there's genuinely no hard feelings. I'm not gonna talk shit about that person. I'm not gonna say anything bad because it's just me. It's just me. I don't like that person. You know, but others may, and of course, I'm sure that they would have many others around them who support and love them just the way that they are. You know, it's just not me, and that's okay. Can't force contact, that's for sure. But, you know, as long as it's not a generalization, as long as it's not just because this person is this way or that way, or, you know, then it's fine. I'm not wise. I'm old. That's all. Everything that I say or even speak about is just, quite frankly, stuff that I've learned from, you know, lesson 1, don't be an asshole. You know? That's legit it. That's all I've learned personally, just don't be an asshole. Are you thinking, good sir, are you thinking about being an asshole today? If you are thinking about being an asshole, don't. You know? It's kind of like that for me. And sorry, what's the spell that I do that does the sucky sucky? That's Corpse Tendril. It pulls everybody together. Basically, you have to have a corpse, but it will activate a wide area around you and it yanks them all with the tendrils. I am... guess my age. I am guess my age. It's always a fun game. Those who know obviously don't guess. But those who don't know, it's always fun. It's always fun to have people guess my age. Most of the people from the Western countries will usually guess my age being lower than what it is. Most people from the Asian countries will guess it as being older than what it is. Yeah, it's centered on the corpse. Pretty close, Mike. Pretty close. Yep. All pretty close. All pretty close. I am 33 this year. Not bad. Today's guessing team, not bad. Hey, Granny Kneecaps. What's up? But yes, I don't look my age. I'm well aware of that. There's people who guess like 20s. There's people who guess like, you know... I had one person, very flattering. They guessed that I was like just about to turn 20. I was like, Well, thank you. Very flattered, but no. Very flattered, but no. I respected that, though. Respected that guess. I know. But that's why people will sometimes just take a punt anyway. But yeah. I mean, ultimately, I'm just happy to be alive, okay? So I don't care what age I look. I'm just really happy to be alive. Yeah, definitely, Badir. I love Thailand and I love Thai culture, but I'm so sorry, I cannot stand the food. Cause Thai food sometimes doesn't work well with me. Like all my friends, they love that green curry, the green Thai curry, but I cannot as a, like, maybe because I'm used to Indian and Japanese curry mostly. I don't know why green curry cannot sit in my stomach. So I love Thailand so much because my dad can speak Thai. My dad speaks 5 languages. Sadly, I only speak 1, but I was exposed to Thailand and Thai culture very early in my life, and I love Thailand, but I cannot eat the food. I was so sad. I went on a company trip to Thailand, and I could barely eat any of the food there, you know? That's the only sad thing. I know food is the best thing there, bro. That's why I'm so sad about it. You know, it legit, like, I was crushed, bro. I was crushed. So I love Thailand. And then like, oh yeah, you love Thailand, but you can't eat the food, so. Alright, good night, Mike. I'll catch you in the morning, yeah? You have a good sleep, and I hope you have a great day at work tomorrow, buddy. Dude, everybody loves green curry. Like, the people in my office used to go, back when I was working as an accountant, people in my office used to go for green curry all the time. And I'd just be like, and every time they would do that, nah, I go eat chicken rice. Because I just couldn't do it. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe once I'm rich, I gotta try. Maybe I just kept going to like terrible Thai places. I want to try Thai food again when I'm rich. When I'm a streamer that can pay the bills, okay? You know, maybe it'll happen this month. But when I'm a streamer that can pay the bills, I'm definitely gonna try some good Thai food. My buddy Daryl can definitely recommend me some good places. Now that I've met him. So once I'm back in Singapore, we'll go eat some good food. Cooldown needs to be 6 seconds. Ah, okay. Understando. Right. Sorry, I just learned something. I was like, okay, understood. So that's why the cooldown goal is 6 seconds. So this is so cool. Sure. When I'm a famous enough streamer, my friend. Hey. Okay. Now. I need to remove this and remove this. These are useless. This has critical strike chance, which is good. I'm going to use this first. Actually, no, this is better. Okay. This has good movement speed. Maybe not the best, but it's fairly good. It does give me an extra rank in Corpse Tendril, which is okay. I will advance it up, at least until I find even better boots.
There, you have something so fine. Don't ruin all that work.
Hey, hey, Pen. How you doing? Okay. Got decent enough boots to run around the game in.
First Carlo, now
Of course,
Leah.
they should
There's
be
something
better,
out
but
there killing us and no one will-
Well,
I can be
let's
patient.
have a look.
Let me at least try and roll this higher. Nope, didn't work. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let me try and re-roll the overpower on this. Please give me intelligence. I'll take that. Okay, sure. Sure. I was gonna go for something else, but okay, sure. Oh, that's right. I need to imprint the bone spear thing on it. Now this is just, now I wouldn't be able to do this normally, but here is done. Although this one should have edge masters instead. But actually, you know what? The corpse tendril thing deserves to be on the amulet. 110%. I wouldn't be able to put it anywhere else.
A good business and fortune to you.
So now, let's go look for, if I'm going to go to the obols vendor, then what I'm going to need is a good pair of gloves. Or maybe a good ring. Let's go look at rings, shall we? Oh, I should sell first, shouldn't I? My bad. I'll sell first. Junk all of these. Then I will go... It's weird, but Necros cannot gamble for two-handed swords, which weirds me out tremendously. Did you guys know that? Necros cannot gamble for two-handed swords. Necros can only gamble for everything else. So I think gloves and or ring first. Let's try gloves.
Fair
They're
bit
cheap.
of magic in that one.
Nope, more gloves.
Very. It seems your prayers have been answered.
That's good enough. Hold the phone. This one has better attack speed, but this one has bone spear ranks +2. Okay. This one. Slightly weaker critical strike chance, but that's okay.
Until next time.
Any of these that are decent or useful? Nope. So all of these will have to go directly to terrible, terrible places. Yes, Andre, I am currently playing my Necro. Experimenting and learning. Which is fun to do. I'm gonna try and roll the attack speed higher if I can. Let's at least try once. Yeah, Necro is fun. One enchant. One more. Yay! I wouldn't be able to do this on a new character, but you know what? Let's trick this one out a little bit. Just a little bit. Starting to prep the gear. Because the next big, for those that are wondering, the next big upgrade is at 625 item power, which is quite a while away. Okay, so now we've got gloves upgraded. This one, oh yes, this one needs an upgrade too. Forgot. Because now we just be looking at perfect stats. Okay. You can't tell which one's the female necro? That worries me. What do you mean you cannot tell? I worry about you, Hankit. I worry about you. Nothing wrong with making a necro. Necro's awesome. But the leveling to 50 is a pain because you're gambling for obols. Your life is literally nothing but obol gambling and obol seeking. This is called obol seeking behavior. No event here, eh? Nice! Keep it up, man. I'm literally just seeking events constantly. Okay, back to Kedbadu then. Zoom. I love that that one guy was just like trying to whack me. Lol. Not happening. No. Necros don't use golems. Well, bone necros don't. If you are, that's why I'm experimenting with a different build. If you want the one that uses the golem, you can look for my blood necro build. Yeah, it's okay early to mid game. But I'm testing something different, obviously. I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's useless late game. I know from experience, because my necro builds already demonstrate much higher levels of play. And that's why I am so certain in what I tell you. I wouldn't tell you that if it wasn't true. So as much as I'd love for it to be good, it is not. Directly left. Let me just see if there's an event there. Okay, none here for the time being. Which means the other event is up top. There. Need to do my world event farming. Trolls out in force today. I'm guessing some company is not happy that I tell people the truth, eh? Can you guys guess which one? Alright. Whoa, Hankit, don't even mention it. Don't pay attention to them. They're coming from a particular company who is unhappy. We know which one this is.
Help me! You are far too trusting.
Because we don't get trolls most days, do we? Notice it is only after I mention certain things. Dangerous. But me and Kaz are so used to it, we're chill. Because we know that they can't do anything to us or our lovely community. Yeah. Well, that's why he's not okay. I think you mean not okay, but yes. Well, the golem does get stronger. The golem will always have 30% of your stats in addition to whatever its baseline is. So it struggles because later on in the game, if it's only getting 30% of your damage reduction stats, that's not enough to survive because you need a lot of damage reduction in World Tier 4 onwards. And unless you're going to invest heavily in like the minion stats, which is possible to do if you play a minion-based Necromancer, which several other people have played, you tend to do a bit more poorly, usually. But that's not to say that it is like utterly a trash build or anything, because there are plenty of people who play builds like that, and they're completely fine, you know? I'm just trying out the Bone Spear build, which is so-called the best for endgame, but I just want to see if it's really good enough to play at the level that I want it to, at the level that I want to play it at. So that's what I'm testing. Yeah, dude, if you got 71% damage reduction, that's good. That's very good. That is pretty much how you will survive. Okay. This did not work out well, so let's go down to Vires. Vires should have 3 events nearby. I have a variety of farming locations that I alternate between to try and get the obols I need. When the new season starts, just for easy identification, all my characters are just going to be called Asian Robot. So that way everybody is like, hey, I know you. Easy. Because you can name all your characters the same anyway, so. Thank Frick for that. There's probably a wide variety of builds, but again, I'll say a lot of those are very niche. Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up, most of the time people won't use the golem because it's much more worth it to sacrifice it for the crit strike damage. But I have considered at least doing a half swap, because you would reduce your damage reduction if you use a golem. Can't remember how much. You would use 2% for each active minion. So you get, instead of getting 18%, you get 16%. But you can use, like, in a twisted way, right? And this is why I was thinking about using Golem, but past level 50. The Blood Golem can give you even, like, a 15% more damage reduction. So I was considering that from that perspective. Especially for anti-butcher. But I would still need to sacrifice the rest of my stuff first. So it is possible what you're saying, because this damage reduction skill would only, like, you'd only reduce yourself by 2%, which is completely fine. You'd only reduce the results by 2%, and that's worth it. Blood is okay. Like, I used it myself, but you struggle with late game damage. Same as the Werebear Druid, because although you are tanky and can survive a lot, the biggest issue with Blood is not enough vulnerable damage. And unlike the Werebear Druid, Necros don't have a rune to glyph to mitigate it, as far as I remember. That was my problem with my Blood Necro. That's why I am making a bone one instead, just because of the potential. This Shadowblight key passive is nice. And this thing has nice stats, but not good enough for me, sadly. That's okay. On to the next Obel farm. Prison? No. I don't use Bone Prison. I use Corpse Tendril for higher crit rate and damage, which is honestly quite worth it. Because if you slap it on an amulet with maxed stats, oh my god, your crit chance goes up to like 80%. It's freaking beautiful. And of course, you get a massive damage increase as well. That's why a lot of people are obsessed with getting their Corpse Tendrils to as close to a 6-second cooldown as possible. But for me, like, if I could get 7 or 8 seconds, I wouldn't mind. Like, a 2-second downtime is not bad. Because the buff lasts 6 seconds and it's so good. Like, I yank everybody in, boom. Massive, massive damage. It's so good. So that's why, like, as soon as I'm done with some of the passives, I'm gonna go reduce my cooldowns on the Shadow Temple. This is very nice. Oh yeah, if you're into trolling, I guess. Surprisingly, still no skulls. Ah, it's up here. I need to find a skull and chuck it into my thing. You can use Corpse Tendril on anything because the buff happens based on the pull. The buff happens based on the pull, not the, sorry, it doesn't have to crowd control them. It's just based on this pull. See? So as long as it damages them, you get the buff. So that's all you care about. You just care about the buff. So it should theoretically work on pretty much anything. Should being the key word. But I just need mine to be on a shorter cooldown. Because once you have that legendary aspect, my god, the buff is good. Because as long as you do damage to the... yeah, see? Then you get the full buff. So, what matters is that it does damage, and it always does damage. Okay, now. Are you guys ready? We're gonna do some stupid shit. We're gonna go the opposite way. Okay, Blood Golem's gonna absorb my stuff, right? We are going to absolutely remove Skeleton Warrior, Mages. We're gonna sacri these guys. And for my Mages, increase damage, of course, to vulnerable targets. Now we're going the opposite way, okay? We got 6 points. Max this. Max Golem Mastery. And now we have to put the Golem back in. Hello, Golem. Now he's gonna give me a lot of additional damage resistance. But I also need the passive that improves my sacri bonuses. Oh right, I don't have to raise skellies anymore. Totally forgot. That means now I'll be consuming corpses solely via the corpse explosion. It's so weird not consuming corpses constantly now. But now my golem will absorb all the damage for me. So go, heal yourself. Good golem. Absorb the damage. Good boy. Oops. Come here, golem. This is why, like, I think if I want to switch to golem build, I need maxed out corpse tendril first. Because without it, I cannot pull in enemies as effectively. But I've got to spend my remaining skill points very wisely. Feels good. Fueled by death, 3 out of 3. I mean, you wouldn't need to use 5 corpses, just 1, right? Because it's not like it stacks. It doesn't stack, it just deals 1 time. So yeah, I just need corpse tendril and then explode once, and it's good enough. Yeah, I know, but I don't use an ult. So I have enough skill slots for like something. So initially, like here, my main goal right now is just to literally survive. I just want to survive so that I can carry on doing what I need to do. Like that's my only goal right now. Survive and I'm good to go. Okay. Do not need this either. Now looking for helmets and others. I'm just telling you right now, but here it cannot stack up to 5 times unless there's an aspect that does it. No, it doesn't, because I can tell you my buff is the same. My buff is the same. It doesn't stack 5 times unless there is a bug in the game, but in that case, right, I'm pretty sure that's an old video where the bug was removed. It's not possible to stack it 5 times, at least to my knowledge, unless there's a hidden bug. But there are other legendary aspects that can stack your core damage, yes. But it's only for the first core skill shot. So there is an aspect that does that. I can't remember where it is. It's somewhere inside here. This one, consuming a corpse increases your skill damage by... This one can stack 5 times. Cadaverous aspect, I think you're talking about this. It'll improve your damage by 50%. This is correct. But the fueled by death is just a passive skill that does only 1 time. So it's the aspect I think you're talking about. Ah, the event finally spawned. Yay! Oh, this is just waves of darkness. Okay, cool. Like, I will happily be using that aspect once I can put it on a good ring. I'm not gonna put it on I'm not gonna put it on now because I haven't found a second one. But that one I like. That aspect is very good. You can either put it on a ring or on the amulet. Either way. Although I prefer the crit chance on the amulet. The crit chance via the corpse tendril, I mean. This has a slightly slower minion clear speed, but it won't matter once I get Deathless Visage. It's not too bad. And the golem is technically surviving okay. So let's try and reduce this down. I think 2 more ranks and that should be fine. Yeah, the golem is not designed for anything fantastic. The only reason I have this golem, right, is this one beautiful thing. Golem absorbs 15% of the damage I would take. It's a very good additional layer of reduction. But all of it is so that I can save up for my big chunker. Now I just need to increase my sacrifice bonuses and I'll be very satisfied. My druid vids are already released. Go look for my mid-game druid vid. It's already released, bro. Because at last I remember you're mid-game. If you're late game, then you can look for my late game video. For a higher level, nope. I already mentioned in the comments. I can't remember if it was a reply to you, but I did already mention in the comments. I play the druid with my wife, so you'll have to wait until I level it up with my wife. For late game is out, which is level 60, but beyond level 60, you'll have to wait. Because my druid's level 70 something, but I will only progress it with my girl. But you can experiment on your own with like whatever you want, and later on if you feel like following, you can respec down if you want. Yeah, my survivability is now through the roof. Lol. This freaking golem is hilarious. And it restores itself too. Okay, this Obel farm is really not bad. I'm gonna head back to town though. Then look at the late game video, dude. You should be following the mid game and the late game. The late game video is already out. If you're not even at 60 yet, follow the late game video. That'll tell you what you need for 60. Yeah. I said, if you're looking for late game video, it's already out. It's only the end game one, level 80, which is not yet released. That one, you just have to wait. But the late game one, which is good enough, level 60, you should be following that. If you're not following that, then I cannot help you, bro. I want to help you. I cannot help you if you do not follow that.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
Let's see. Will this be slightly better?
Use it well.
10% movement speed. There you go. Good. We'll need to extract this. So.
There's that.
Okay.
I'll shake on that.
I've not found any emeralds or rubies or skulls.
Enjoy the swamp.
Saddening. Okay, let's try and get more events. This is so pathetic, but we do need obel farming, unfortunately. No way around it. Okay, corpse tendril. If I can lower the cooldown to, yeah, 8.4 seconds, I think would be ideal. Of course, ideally, I want to go even beyond that. Draw them all in and then unleash the artillery. Yoink! Let's yank you in, shall we? Unlucky that I didn't crit there, but that's okay. I need much more maximum essence if I can find it. If. This is trash. Also junk. Junk. Nah, I just need good. Wait, I almost forgot the map. Because the Zarbinzet one is a bit tougher. Is it in the Codex of Power? If you go into the Codex of Power, look for the aspect. You can pin it on the map if you cannot find the dungeon. It'll literally pin it on the map for you. Like, see if you don't, like, I still have one or two that I haven't obtained, right? It'll pin it on the map, so just press pin on the map and you're good to go, Attila. But if it's not something that drops from a dungeon, then you'll have to get it in a rare drop, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm literally searching for something called Serration. So the only way for me to get that is from a drop. And that's why I'm doing the shenanigans that I'm doing right now. Keep all the survivors alive. Then in that case, just if it's not from a dungeon, just gamble the obols until you get it. And that's what we all do. We obol farm until we get what we need. Yoink. Lol, these people. Look at them. Daring to obol farm near me. How dare they? Yep. I religiously follow that gambling tool and I try it. I try my luck. This dude got the event already. Yeah, I really enjoy the Necro. It's, like I said, my main class. I'm just saddened that it was my first character because I didn't understand anything about Diablo 4 when I first started. So, I guess in a twisted way, this is me playing catch up now. I see. Are there aspects that can cover those? Because if there are, then that's fine. All you need to do is do what I'm doing. Obol farming, newbie! Whenever we search for the aspects, this is it. We farm them Ubelblats. I gotta admit, as slow as this is, right? The damage is nothing to sniff at. Like, this is actually doing really well. Basically what I do is I position well and then unleash like some big scary hit. Like, I'm seeing a lot of value in this. Now that it's starting to run with some aspects. All I'm gonna really need is my Paragon path and then boom shakalaka. Because the golem takes damage for you. You know, you have a lot of damage reduction built in. And you can further increase your sacrifice bonuses by up to 60%, giving me even more crit strike chance and whatnot. Again, very, very good. As long as I get to hit him with the corpse tendril, it's usually a death sentence. Yeah, unfortunately that is it. True form is a unique, isn't it? Only reason why I'm so miserable about the druid, because when you require uniques, it feels so weirdly sad. Because uniques are hard enough to find, and every time you find one, it's not the one you need. Yeah, Bone Spear is absolutely a shred machine. 110% on that. Once I learned how this game works, I saw its value straight up and was like, you know what? There's no way I'm not playing Bone. Like, I knew that in the new season, if I wanted to do it well and do it right, it'd have to be Bone. Like, Bone would be the key. I didn't realize today was Thursday. Okay, this is done for now. I'm gonna go to Denshar and take a risk. I'm gonna go to Denshar, not taking a risk in the PvP zone, but there's 3 events outside Denshar, literally, so it's a great place to farm mobiles as well. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna extract this. Because you can get a barrier with Bone Storm. Ooh. Might be worthwhile. Because I'm thinking, like, if I ever replace the Golem, I'll go with Bone Storm, but it would depend on how much cooldowns I have. So if I recall, Bone Storm is like what? Gain damage reduction and a long cooldown. May be worth it. But only if I have like lots of cooldown reductions. Because the Golem is just always up. And it serves as a good distraction. No. Event outside Denshar? Yes! Perfection. Ooh, that event got smoked. Okay. That was good. They said they have, Sergeant Badir, so they should. Because I have not found a unique for other classes on my druid. And that was a few days ago. So, it should be fixed. Maybe? I'm assuming. Oh, that sounds pretty sick. This person, thank you for your free completion of this event. Should be another one somewhere around here. Knew it. It's here. I knew it was somewhere. Slay all enemies. Absorb everything for me. Good column. Oh. Why, hello everybody. Welcome to my bone spear cannon. Ooh, there's the big centerpiece. Tisk tisk. Okay, that's clear. And clear. Okay. One more point here, 2 more points there, and then I've got some spares for sacrifice. Let me try going back up to see if the next event is spawned again. Come on, horsey, don't get stuck on terrain. Sorry, my dad sent me a message I just wanted to answer. And thank you to everybody watching with the sound on. Major appreciation, yeah? Always good to see the love. Now, let's go this way. Okay. So this area is kind of dead for now, which is fine. We'll head back to town. Sell our stuff, and then we'll carry on. Is there anything useful? I need my DRs. So I'm probably gonna have to gamble a good chess piece. Okay, junk it all. This Bone Storm Barrier. I'll wait until there's a really good one. For now, I'll junk it. Okay, let's try and find some more obols. I know this has been like nothing but an obol farming stream, but this is what I need to do. In order to make the Necro effective in Season 1, the only way that you're going to have the legendary aspects and stuff that you need, you're going to have to farm them obols. Look, the rogue. Dungeons and Hell Tides the best to find uniques? Yes. Nightmare Dungeons and Hell Tides are the best for uniques. If you're looking for aspects, open world obol farming and Hell Tides are the best. So Hell Tides are good for both. That's why in general, unless you've already got everything you need, it is wise to do Hell Tides. Once you have everything you need, you know, you can avoid doing Hell Tides and it's okay. At that point, I'm usually like, once I reach that point with my character, it's mostly just me farming, rather than aspects, I'm just farming, I'm just farming for glyph XP. So whatever is incidental to, like if I happen to get good glyph XP in a dungeon, then that's all that matters. If I happen to get a unique out of it, I'm happy. But it's no longer my like primary focus, I guess you could say. There we go, defiled altar done. Come, yank everybody in and unleash. Goodbye, kind sir. You have no power here. No match for the blades of a Templar. Yeah, but if you run multiple characters like me, you eventually end up with so many it doesn't even matter anymore. So at that point, like I said, at that point when you really have enough, you don't need to bother. If you don't have enough, please bother. Please bother. But yes, Forgotten Soul is very crucial. But since I seek very, very specific stats, which I don't often get, I don't worry too much about the Hell Tides. So unless the drop that I get is very good, I'm usually not too concerned. Usually. Ruby. Finally, one ruby. Yeah. Yeah. Finally, after so long, I got myself a ruby. This kills the man. Hey, an emerald. Finally, after so long, I got an emerald. This doesn't kill the man. I'm gonna try and roll either one of these. Oh hey, I needed this particular aspect as well. I'll extract this aspect and chuck it on this. Wait. For 1 second. Oh, I don't need that. Let's do that aspect then. Unless it was for more than 1 second, I'd be like, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it does stack. I'll extract it for now and think about it later. So, extraction for now, think about it later. This one, I'm gonna try and roll the crit strike chance. Make an attempt on it. Okay. Where am I? I'm here. I need to journey there. Ah, there first. Hey, Mary? Yeah, that is the wind aspect. I'm considering it. But I'm not gonna put it on the boots now. Because now, no point. Yeah. Because Necro is slow as frick. I figure anything that helps movement is good. Like, if I wanted more damage, I could go Exploiters, but the more that I think about it, the more I'm pretty sure that my Necro is going to die a lot if he doesn't have enough damage reduction. So, like, World Tier 3 will not be a problem. World Tier 3 is probably easy, but it's World Tier 4 that I am panicking about. Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I don't have perfect boots yet, so... although I'm not worried about wasting it, I really don't need it now. Because this is still early stages, like... There's absolutely zero threat to you in these early stages. Except for the Butcher. But in World Tier 3 onwards, once I get all my DRs and everything, I'm gonna have to start thinking seriously about perfection of aspects. At that point, then yes. That's when I'll start using a lot of these. But I'm also trying to gauge, like... Because if I'm gonna give advice in Season 1 about how to play this kind of build, like... that's the reason why I'm leveling it up and literally I guess you could say I'm pushing myself as if I'm playing in Season 1, meaning I'm pretending I have no materials whatsoever, because I want to know and see and understand how to properly, you know, get this right, so that, you know, when Season 1 rolls around, anybody needs advice, it's there, you know, they got it. But so far I can certainly say, feels so good when you draw them all in. Ah, that's the best feeling. Two bone spears, and most of the time it's an easy destruction. Oh, hey, another ruby. And a skull, finally. Yeah, like, it's not a high roll, but I'm just not keen on spending it now, because there's no point. Okay. A little bit more, guys. A little bit more. I'll definitely stack this. I think one more level in this should be just right. Then sacrifice bonuses. Okay, back to Zarbinzat. How did this end up having a higher item power? Whatever, I guess.
Come back if you need the forge.
DPS per second is king.
First Carlo, now Leah. There's something out there killing us and no one will do anything.
Oops, sorry. Good enough for me. That's what it cost me. Shoot.
There, you have something so fine. The forge is always hot.
The other one's going in the extraction pile. Run, little necro, run. Get extracted.
Very good.
Well, you know what? You're right. Let's have some fun with this. I'll have all the time to suffer in Season 1. Let's see what it feels like if it has that aspect. Huh. I guess I could show up to the world boss. I guess I'll turn up. Just in case. Ride. Yep, World Tier 2 for me. I wasn't going to, but meh. It exists, right? So I guess I'll just sit around. Let's see, any RBNT in World Tier 2? Nay, we have none. Does it? I don't know. My girl said the same thing, but the difference was fairly marginal. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for, Attila. Need that boost between the mob packs. Just for faster clearing. Yeah. 'Tis what I am thinking about. How do I level my characters? If it's your first character, just follow the campaign and quest lines, do some side quests and dungeons. If it's an alt, I finished the campaign already. What I do is I just go take on dungeons and world events for the obols, because you need them for gambling anyway. So yeah, I just go do dungeons all around, Tree of Whispers, that's about it. Nothing special. You can see my leveling process if you check yesterday's stream. Oh, such a shame. Oof. That's what I get for not having perfect damage reductions. Yeah, I know your pattern. I hate the fact that in World Tier 2 you actually have to bother with boss patterns and shit. Like, you actually have to pay attention. Like, why? I don't want to. Oh, come on. Take it. I can get him. I have a feeling this Bone Necro is probably topping DPS chart right now. I have a intense feeling. Go safety. Imagine actually, like, compared to World Tier 4, right? This is like, imagine actually having to bother with boss fight mechanics. Like, are you serious? This is Diablo, man. This isn't World of Warcraft Dragonflight. Oof. Actually having to pay attention. I hope you guys can understand my suffering, okay? Actually having to pay attention is something that only, you know, noobs have to do. So uncool. Nah. Still couldn't kill me. Take it. Hey, don't run. Avarice, I'm killing you for these people. Okay, you can't run. Otherwise I can't kill you. There we go. Finally. Okay. This is semi-okay. I guess. But nothing so special that I replace my current one. This thing sucks. Open Grand Cache. Give me shield. Hey, Skull! There we go. Consuming a corpse, chance to spawn blood orb. Do not require. I will sell this then. Junk, junk, junk. Yeah, back to town. We do not talk about dons here. Also, it's clear that you are a troll account. Goodbye. Really, those folks can't give up, can they? Sorry about the troll, guys. Unfortunately, some people are just not happy.
Proper tools of vengeance. Luck to you then.
Okay. Now back to the Ubers. Back to the Ubel farm. Wait, what? Hey. For my first opening character, it's 100% gonna be Necro. Because worst comes to worst, I can just play a Blood Minion Necro. Like, that one is really a bare bones Necro build that'll just function. So if the situation is like terror bad, like bad, I'll just play a Blood Minion Necro. If the situation is not terror bad, then I'll play a normal... I'll play this kind of like Bone Spear Necro. Because right now I'm pretending that I'm in Season 1, but I do still have some of my own materials and things like that. So of course, this is just a simulation. But theoretically, excuse me, this works well. That's how it is sometimes, Mari. Excuse me. But I probably wouldn't touch a druid for Season 1, not so early. Because their late game requires a lot of uniques. Sudden throat itch. But yeah, for me, plain and simple, it's gonna be Necro first, and possibly a Sork. Although, like, I have no love for the Sork right now because of how underpowered it is. Sork has very few early game requirements, so I may actually run a Sork. Oh my, look at my bone golem doing absolutely nothing out there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something stupid. It's gonna be a bit dumb, guys. Let's see how this feels. If the bone golem can still last, then it's fine. If it cannot, then sin and misery. Yeah, because the Sork, like, basically, what annoyed me so much about the Sork, and don't get me wrong, I love Sork, but the biggest problem is that Ice Shards is the champion build. And, like, they don't even have a variety. Like, you can play Arc Flash, but that's just as boring as Ice Shards, and it's so... The top build for the Sorcerer is boring. It's so boring, it's not fun to play. It is the unfunnest build to play, and I hate it. I hate it with a freaking passion. But I cannot deny that it's viable. So, unfortunately, you know, unless there's some changes, buffs, or nerfs, it's probably not gonna be a very happy situation for me. Because I love Sork. You have no idea how much I love Sork. Like, I am going to, like, if they even slightly buff it or make something else viable for, like, end game, you will actually see me go and buy that Sork skin. Like, and that one I won't even ask for a sponsorship. I buy it out of pocket because that's how much I love the Sork. Actually, on the contrary, now that I've leveled Rogue, I'm annoyed with it because Rogue you have to actually look at affixes for Nightmare Dungeons. Barbarian doesn't, Druid doesn't. Druid doesn't even care even more because all the Druid is worried about is his damage. That's it, and that annoys me, bro. I legit can't stand it. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that Druid required so many different uniques, like, I wouldn't be pissed. But Druid can just literally ignore every affix, because why? Nothing's gonna kill you. Nothing can even kill you. It's, like, impossible to die as the Druid. Unless you really fuck up, but... for the most part, the Werebear Druids have a hard time dying. And Barbarian is just like, okay, as long as you don't do anything stupid while your shouts are down, you know, for the most part, you're gonna be okay, buddy. Ruby. When Army of the Dead is active, you can emotionally damage yourself. Okay, good. Good to know. I like that. Such a useful ability. Lol, Butcher versus level 5 Necro. Right? It's instant death, bro. But I heard that somebody found a level 1 Butcher, which was hilarious. I hope that in season 1 I get a level 1 Butcher. You know, my first dungeon, I've got barely any skill points. Immediately you hear fresh meat. I'm like, yes. I want that. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah. Well, level 1 Butcher you should be able to, because... Well, level 5 Butcher you should be able to. But he is pretty swanky, so... I understand, man. It's so funny, though. Necro is such a late game character. Like, early game, I was struggling with everything. Then late game, you're just like, eh. One bone spear, everything dies. I'm sorry, did you need a bone spear? Bone spear to your face. Easy. But I'll say one thing. There's one thing that I'm loving way too much right now. As dumb and weird as it is, right? A freaking... I don't even have any levels in Golem Mastery and my Golem is still surviving. So I can go max out into Sakri bonuses. Which is actually working out really well. Which might actually save me skill points. So I could actually max this out. Drop it below 8-second cooldown. Constant pull in. Oh yeah, baby. Now that's what I'm talking about. %15 damage reduction as long as my golem is alive. It's beautiful. No, early game you put points into Skelly Mastery. The struggle is around level 25 to about 40. That's when you have this annoying, like, because at first your levels 1 to 25 are gonna breeze by. 25 to like 40 is like this really weird situation where you're like halfway there but not there. Because the enemies start to get tough enough to actually threaten. But, yeah. Druids only gain the tankiness when you go werebear, so if you died early, like, that's not a problem. That is, you will die. Storm Druids will usually still cop it to the butcher, although I managed to kill mine with some clever lightning work, but still, you will actually get slapped. And that's just the reality. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Look at this random brown bear daring to attack me. Do you know who I am? I am Lord Bouldermort. I am Lord Mortmort. Be my example of generally good playing habits. Biggest downside to this build, sir, is the fact that you cannot get corpses that easily. Although your hue passive is really nice. Okay, there's no event here, so to the next one. Hey, get out of my way, random creatures. Yeah, I see an event. I see event, I do. I'm definitely gonna ditch, like, I'm gonna try ditching the Blood Golem for an alt once I actually get, like, more stuff. So I have a feeling he will die off in World Tier 3. Like, for now, he's good. But we shall see. We will know after the dev stream tonight. So until said dev stream, I know as much as you do. But as soon as I get information, my friend, I promise you I will put out a video about it saying when does season 1 start. As soon as I know, you shall have the video. But for now, I knoweth not. So if you watch the dev stream tonight, and there's any important information, you can run to my stream tonight and tell me. Necros don't have a short range teleport. Or at least not that I know of. Perhaps I'm wrong. But I don't recall a Necro having a short range teleport, at least in From what I know. At least from my memories. Memories. Like the smiles you left behind. In D3 they had a short teleport, eh? Well, this ain't D3. This is B3. I think D4's Necro behaves even more weirdly. Have you seen them twitching on the character creation screen? They be twitchies. They be super twitchies. They twitch and then they don't stream. It's creepy. It's creepy, I tell you. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Necros are supposed to be cool guys. You're not supposed to twitch around like a weirdo. They're supposed to be like awesome big titty goth GFs. Instead, we get tweakers. So that's a thing. Is this rogue trying to rogue around, huh? Come on, waves of darkness it is. Let's go. Good thing this event is just starting. I'm gonna show this guy how to really play. Come at me, bros. Huh? Pitiful rogue. Doesn't even know how to use twisting blades, I'll tell you. He's worthless. But thank you to everybody keeping the stream on, alright? Just know that I appreciate it sincerely. You guys are awesome. Thank you for helping me meet my averages. We're gonna grow. We are gonna go. We're gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. Quickly, my minion. My one true filet mignon. Pull them all in. Okay. Go, Golem. Steal their life for me. Heal yourself so you can take even more damage for me. Good boy. I'm telling you, that 15% damage reduction plus the 16% you gain. Survival beast mode. I mean, I'm not a fan of anything thorns related because basically thorns requires you to get hit. It'd be fine if like the thorns acted as a shield, meaning like that much damage couldn't get through, in which case I'd say okay, you know, by all means. But because thorns don't act as a shield, they don't do anything other than deal damage back to the enemy, and I know that's the way they've always worked, having to get hit without active healing, like as in actively constant healing, you know, is weird. Like in D2, it was technically viable in a weird way because you could just find potions lying on the ground all the time. Here your potions are a bit limited. Now, not the wisest. Is this the same rogue? Brother? What are you doing with your rogue? And why are you like this? There ought to be something better than casting freaking Sectum Sempra on yourself. we go. Finally. It'll probably be more damage if I did... sorry, it'll probably be faster XP if I did dungeons, but no. Refused. I want my oobles. I want the very best obols ever. If anyone else has trouble with that, I will slap them. Anything good here? Nope. Anything good? Hold the phone. If only I could reroll this one. This one looks nice. We'll get behind this. But the other one is better, so. Oh well. Perfect stats are hard to get. Oh, that's right. Check the rubies in here. Perfect stats are hard to get. Perfect stats are hard to get. I didn't even notice the rogue there, you know? He just like, to me, he was just like this thing existing in a void of being a rogue. He believed he was a rogue, but in truth, he was nobody. Okay. But I don't mind a person helping out here because at the very least they can oh, look at that crit. This is a necro as well. Is he using Reap? Hey, level 52 necro, what are you doing, brother? Don't worry, don't worry. The real necro took care of everything for you, okay? But listen, buddy, you gotta learn that you can't be using them shadow powers, okay? They're worthless. They don't help you. Don't worry, your big brother over here took care of everything for you. So you can rest easy now. You can rest easy now, good sir. I have your back. Okay, let's see if we can fit in one last event before I go eat lunch. Well, Pen, I'll count on you for the information, okay? DM me the highlights. DM me the most crucial information. Okay? You have my Twitter, so you can just send me a Twitter DM. As when I wake up in the morning, I'll check. And I'll say, ah, Pensu told me this. Okay, time to make a video. Then I'll make a video and say, hey guys, Pensu has just told me that the dev stream is shit. And everything is doom and gloom. And season 1 isn't even happening anymore. It got canceled. So, you know, that's the thing now. Okay? But no, seriously, if there's anything pertinent that you think people should know, just give me the highlights if you want to. If you feel like it, okay? You'd be doing the public a service. And you shall be credited in my video. Okay? Credit will be given to all my information goblins who decide to tune into the dev stream on my behalf. Mostly because I will not be there. Lol, I think, dude, if that actually happened, like, bro, people would get a freaking heart attack. Like, you just see en masse exodus from Diablo 4. Nobody would ever touch it ever again. It will just be like, oh my god, boom. Gone, baby, gone. Like no decent human player would ever even touch Diablo 4. They'd just be like, right, okay, this game not happening anymore. Okay, putting it in the bin now. Just take it into the bin. Oh God, please no. Like, dear God, please no. I mean, I got a lot of love for that game. Don't ever get me wrong, guys. I got a lot of love for that game. I do. But, you know. 2,000 players, not very encouraging. I'll tell you, if they ever merge with Diablo Immortal, my first video will be, okay guys, so now Diablo 4 is actually Diablo Immortal. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell you which legendary gems are the cheapest to buy. Okay, this is how much you have to spend. If you spend just $50 US, you can get some pretty good 5-star gems. That's because there is no other queue in the game. It's legit only the hardcores that play anyway, so makes sense to me. Like I mentioned, there's no new blood, there's no casuals, there's nothing. Summer sale is on, but ain't nothing. Like, I would have loved to see actual players coming in, learning the game, but I think they're just so discouraged by what they've heard about stuff, all that kind of things. You can just see that nobody's interested. There's zero interest. Yeah, right? If that ever happened, oof. Instant player base loss. I'm certainly not gonna deny that. Okay, looks like we weren't able to find an event before we end stream, but that's okay. I'll be back again in the evening. Bone Storm is the alt. And I blame Hankit entirely. It's all your fault that Bone Storm is the alt.
Ah, yes. You seek power.
Lol, critical strike chance. Lol, critical strike chance. Look at that. So bad. So bad. Does give me max essence though. You know what? I'll just take this max life ring. Forget it. I'll let it sit. Not like I have trouble critting anyway. But yeah, Bone Storm is 100% the alt. It is the alt of alts. It's so good that it's bad. Okay, ladies and gents, we are done for today, for now-ish. Later this evening, you'll see me back again. Straight up on my bullshit. I'm gonna try my best to, I'm gonna try and finish this out, maybe get to level 50. We did a good 10 or so levels right now, and that is considering the fact that I touched no dungeons whatsoever. All I did was Ubo farming. I'd say that's not too bad. But yeah, thank you all very much. I'll see you guys this evening for actual shenanigans. So look forward to it. Okay? And I hope you all have a good time. Alright? Catch y'all later. Thank you for keeping the sound on. Y'all are awesome. See you this evening. Bye-bye.